excited, though. Alright, let's see. Let's see. It's been a week, but I generally... Oh, right, I don't use a controller for this. I've been playing so much Neo, but I'm like, stuck to the controller. I think it's saved. We left off... the boat sunk. For really no explained reason. Even though this big boat sunk and, like, there were so many articles about it, the police refused to look into it. They never explained why. I said that chances are the police didn't look into it. That way, like, Cam and the other guy, Bailey, have a reason to, like, explore and make the game happen. But considering there was a journalist on the boat, and as I said, like, the whole boat itself, which was, like, headed by a woman, you know, and whatever, it was such a big deal. There's no reason the police wouldn't look into it. You know, a journalist, you know, it's that kind of stuff. So the rating isn't shit, but I do agree they could be a little better about things. I still don't understand why they can't just have some backstory for Cam, but I digress. I've already said my piece, though I will keep beating that dead horse. Also, sorry for the sniffles. As I said, I'm feeling a lot better, but I did want to stream a little bitty bit. And then we should be able to wrap up tomorrow. Alright, what am I doing? We recently found out the head of the ship was having... Not even an affair, actually. Well, an affair... Is it still considered an affair if no one's cheating on anyone? Anyway, she was having a tryst with the... Actually, what did he do? Eric. Yeah, she was having a fling with racist Eric. I don't know that he was racist, but he was bitching a lot about Kmart. And to be fair, I can see his reasoning behind why he has problems with Kmart to an extent, because Kmart is not filling out forms that would help to, you know, keep accountability for if any shit happens, but... Little racist. Because he has no issues with anyone else, just Kmart. I'm just saying. All right, Maria is infatuated with Kmart. Kmart is friendly with Maria. They're besties. I do like how you go and you can like see all of the, except for the stowaway. I forgot. We did find out her name because even though we don't know about her yet, we saw like statues and everything, but yeah, although it's weird, right? So first of all, this has been submerged for we don't know how long. There's a whole bunch of evidence to give us a look into everything, and even though it's been submerged, all the papers are, other than being illegible, in pretty good condition. Alright. I still remember how to play. Alright. A tea set? Fish! Sometimes they have like little animations and I don't understand why. Like I thought the tea set was going to be important. You just take the little you know what I mean? Like every time you grab a thing to listen to, audio tape, I guess. I forgot what they're called in this universe. It's been a week. You have to look at every single one. So I will say sometimes they have animations that feel like they take forever. And realistically, it's like maybe 10 or 20 seconds, but it always feels longer. So that stands out not in a good way. But yeah, we left off and we found out Isabel and Eric were doing shit in the infirmary. Strange boots. I do still think it's odd we haven't found any dead bodies yet. I guess they could have, right? Like, Mr. Progress available. Like, dead bodies float, but like there's nothing. Late night wander. According to Jesse's dictation 2, someone was sneaking out on deck at night. Who was doing this? Alright, signs of sneaking. Apparently the padded boots. Cloth is gummed around a pair of Thomas's shoes, likely to reduce... Oh, so it was Thomas, huh? All right, let's see. Why was Thomas sneaking around, though? Maybe he was having an affair with someone. Jessie was hearing noise from someone suspiciously wandering about at night on her floor, walking out on deck. I don't know. Are you in the open ocean? Because sharks will follow boats and take anything in seconds. We're in a boat. There's a couple... There's like one area that's technically in the open ocean, but not really. Cloth has been glued on the bells of a clock in Thomas's room, possibly indicating an attempt to reduce the noise of the alarm. All right, so we got the padded boots and the padded clock. Thomas was sneaky, but why? All right, conclude. Jesse had noticed someone was taking late night trips out on deck during the night. It seems Thomas was the one who was trying to not wake anyone, muffling his boots and silencing his alarm clock. Why do we have to visualize? Every time we visualize it, it's the most useless visualization. It's like, I think this is what happened. Yes, you have some clues to figure it out, but there's no reason to visualize it. You weren't there. Also, it does feel odd that, like, clearly the diving accident affected everyone, but Bailey and I are the only ones who left because of it, because I guess it messed us up the most, but... How come it didn't mess... Maybe because we... I don't know. Alright, this is how it must have happened. Let's follow him. Like, what makes you think this is how it must have happened? Oh, he's carrying something. There's a lot of drama happening on this boat. All right, what do we got? Thomas was sneaking out on deck at night, trying to keep a secret. What was he up to? I have no idea, but we'll figure it out. Oh, can we open this door? We can't. All right, is there anywhere we haven't been? Oh, Eric's room. Wait, I think we've been in here before, actually. Because, like, we found his book, and Alex was, like, basically saying he had a big ego because he had a copy of his own book that he wrote. Alright, blocked from the other side. Alright, so where... Oh, okay, so there's stuff to find in this hall. Can I go down those stairs, actually? I think I can. What have I not investigated? Nothing in there. It's specifically in this hall, because... Oh, what's this? All individuals are expected to conduct themselves in a safe and organized fashion. This is a working ship. There will be no running or obstructions left in the corridors and gangways, and no smoking below decks. And if you use the last of something, replace it. Signed, Eric Larson. Okay. Is that a clue where it's like, guys, don't fuck around? It just seems like common sense. Ooh, a wax roll. Oh, gotta look at it in case it's a different wax roll than the New York News or whatever. That it would be the thing I remember, the New York News.
I've noticed there's a tension aboard the ship, especially between the top brass, yourself included. Something seems to be troubling you. You seem tired, restless.
I have a lot to do.
Oh, Captain Hans. He has heroin pills.
To do with the accident, the investigation that Eric is conducting.
Yeah, he's looking into that. He's a thorough and impartial man.
Is he?
Really? And the fact that doesn't concern you?
What? How dare you? I've told you before, I don't hold with gossip.
It is a fact.
Oh, I think she's talking about Isabel and Eric's tryst.
I'd say Eric's objectivity was in question. Wouldn't you?
Damn it. He's supposed to be looking into Alex's death.
Typical brass. He's in her pocket.
Okay. Tip.
Are you all right? You look pale.
I like how it goes from Isabel is fine. Isabel is like totally fine, and then all of a sudden, top brass. You know, like after we find out that she and Eric were having a fling, suddenly she's a big issue. Okay. Like, yeah, it's pretty unprofessional, but they're at the sea for months at a time together. It happens. Typical. It's okay. Also, it's kind of odd that you're just stopped. You can't do anything while the tape is going. And I guess it's to make sure you don't like walk into a scene and it gets interrupted by like Bailey and Cam or Alex and Cam talking. But just like you can't do anything. It's not the end of the world, but you know. All right, so requires a key. Oh, was this? Oh, another wax roll. Nice. But yeah, suddenly Isabel's like a big problem. Everyone's bitching about her.
Quite a crew here. Hans, for instance, seems the blueprint of the stoic captain. You are not wrong. With Hans, the ship always comes first. He can be very committed, but that's exactly the quality I'd want in a responsible captain. But you also have quite green hands aboard too, and in positions of responsibility. Isn't Thomas a bit young to be chief engineer? I don't agree. He is talented.
Yeah, but like I get their point.
To learn to be more decisive in his new role, less a people pleaser, but he'll grow into it. But that's a lot of faith to put in one so inexperienced. Perhaps. How did you get your first big break, Miss Linden? Sorry, Jessie.
Yeah, like so, it's. To be fair though, like even though Kmar does help Thomas in terms of like doing the job, it does feel like Thomas is the only engineer. So if he's the only engineer, that only does kind of leave him as the chief engineer. But I do agree, 20 is pretty young to be the lead. Though at the same time, when I was a print production specialist, I just happened to be like the first one on the job. I was like 17 or 18, so technically I was like the head printer. But I already had like a good amount of experience by the time we were hiring other people, so I agree on one hand, but on the other hand, as someone who was kind of like the head whatever, it just happens sometimes if you're in the door early. All right, anything else in here to look at? There's something here, so how do I get there? Oh, I think I know how to get there. Again, I forgot how slow you move. I think I already visualized that. Oh my god. Oh, can I? Okay, I can go in. Good. There's a few other things, because I remember I got... Whoa. Okay, what's this? A diary. I have bolt cutters, so I can open a few things. That bonehead! That's all I can see is that bonehead. That bonehead Eric spends more and more time with Mom. He's so annoying, but she does seem a bit happier. Oh my god, 16-year-old shit talk, that bonehead. Also, Eric's spends. Whatever, it's Jessie I really need to keep my eye on. I've seen how she's with Kmar, how he is. Fiance my ass, I need to show him, have to make my move. Seen how she is with Kmar, how he is. Oh. So even though she, like, likes Kmar, she also kind of understands, it seems like, that it's never gonna be anything because he's engaged. Good for Maria, right? Like, she's a teenager, there's hormones, she really likes him, but at least she's keeping it in perspective. And like, yeah, Eric's annoying, but like, she has to get over it because she just, okay, you know what? I thought Maria was kind of bratty, but yeah, she got really annoyed with Jessie, but as I said, like, there's a lot going on. Okay, I'm back in the drama. I'm back in the drama. That bonehead. All right, let's grab the wax roll.
You're right, it is a disruption for Maria, but I've worked tirelessly to make the Thalassa a home away from home. I prefer this, not being treated like a small child, being bossed around in some dumb boarding school.
Oh my god. Shut up.
The ship feels a bit isolating. The garden is hacked and some of the crew's a bash.
Oh, hap. I don't know what that means.
And not to forget, this whole expedition is about our family, our history, which meant so much to your grandfather. The Thalassa is incredible.
Thalassa, okay.
Endeavor. Maintaining all of this must cost a fortune. I understand that the St. Catherine expedition is solely funded by you. As you know, my business has been steady and our family stocks and bonds keep us afloat. Less buoyant of late, surely. Your stocks have been in free fall the last year. Recent runs on the market hit your assets pretty hard.
I was gonna say, she's gonna
Mom?
poke the bear too hard.
It's all right, Maria. I doubt a journalist of your stature would learn the intricacies of the market, Miss Linden. Anyway.
She's mad.
Haven't you got a music lesson, my dear? I have everything I need. Thank you, Isabel. Maria.
I know she's trying to stir the pot and, like, you know, get answers because her boss is like, listen, I know you want a full account, but people love drama. Holy moly. And poor Maria is gonna be like, Mom, are we poor? Which isn't the worst thing in the world. Like, ugh. All right, Thomas is quite new and unproven in his role. Okay, so there's a few we can. Sign of his unreliability. Sneaky Thomas. Signs of his immaturity. Is the immature? That's, like, it's 1905. I guess, like, thought processes or, like, how people thought of others. Is that immature if he is, like, an engineer and he has a submarine toy? I still have stuffed animals. When people say I'm immature, do I play with them? No, but, like, they're cute. So rude. All right, is his unreliability? Yeah, I think it is Sneaky Thomas. Thomas is quite new and unproven in his role. His experience could have affected his work. There were signs putting Thomas's experience and reliability into question. All right, he was sneaking around, but it was at night when work was done. And he has a submarine toy. In his off time, he's like, you know, that doesn't make him immature if he's doing it in his free time. Like, Yeah, he was 20. As I said, that does feel pretty young to be the chief engineer, considering that the engineer does make sure, like, the engines are running and everything. But I feel like they could do better than guy was sneaking around, which makes him unreliable, which it does. You know what? Fine. It does. But immaturity because he has a submarine toy. Chill the fuck out. Come on. In conclusion, there were concerns aboard the Thalassa regarding Thomas's experience and reliability. Okay. Mystery solved. Gosh, I'm getting too heated, and we're only like 20 minutes in. Let's see. Jesse was hired in to write about the St. Catherine mission, but was instructed by her editor to do an expose instead. What about whatever she could get her grubby little hands on? Let's be real. As I said, she keeps stirring the pot. All right, signs of her new focus. During what seemed like a daughter-mother... Wouldn't it be mother-daughter? Like, daughter-mother, it doesn't matter, but mother-daughter just... It sounds more natural. All right, interview. Unexpectedly, Jesse calls Isabel's finances into question. Isabel defends herself, stating her stocks are doing well. That seemed like actually a shitty time to do it. Because, as I said, like, Maria is probably just used to, like, they've always had money, right? And that could be a reason, like, A, she's a teenager, but B, if she's been rich all her life, yeah, she's just, you know, gonna be sheltered because whatever. She doesn't live like most normal pizza, oh my god, people. But, like, why'd she have to do it then and there? No wonder Maria hates her. All right, signs of this. In an interview with Hans, Jesse asks about tensions aboard the Thalassa. She shares the revelation that someone's compromising Eric's objectivity. Typical brass, he's in her... I think she's definitely focusing on Isabel, but I guess she's actually saying it so, like, other people, she's, like, planting thoughts in people. It's so... What has Isabel really done? You know what I mean? All right, just use an expose focusing on someone's... Oh, that's not right. All right. Oh, maybe it's Isabel's not acting herself. One or the other. All right. Jesse was doing an expose focusing on Isabel. What's the conclusion? The conclusion is always what it already says. Facing pressure from her editor, Jessie chose to dig up potentially damaging information on Isabel. Discovering possibly worrisome information, she found new motivation to pursue the truth. What did she find out about Isabel? Oh, she had a fling. Although Cam considered it a hookup, and we did the Googling, and, like, hooking up, I believe, in the 50s it kind of became a term, but not a term about, like, getting together with someone sexually. But I think, like, it was the 70s or 80s where it became like that. But in 1905, people weren't saying, like, they were hooking up. I think it started with someone was having relations in the infirmary, which does feel more like something that they'd say in 1905. But okay, Marcus, you know what? You talked about bad writing. I was like, well, it's not bad writing. It's kind of bad writing. You know why? Even though it's not the best writing, I'm still clearly, like, hooked by the story. So it's not all bad, but there are some questionable things, and clearly they didn't do simple Google, like, hey, was hooking up considered slang back then? No. All right. That, she could really, like, fuck up business as well. Is that worth it for the story? Is it worth your conscience? All right, Maria had taken Jesse's recordings and equipment. Why? What was the motive? Was it the expose on Isabel? Probably, because, like, even though Maria loves her mom, right? Like, she doesn't even seem to have any issue with her mom. She has issue with Eric calling him a bonehead, but was like, okay, whatever, he makes mom happy. So I think that's why she wanted to stop the expose, because she was like, she knew what Jesse was doing. Maria had taken Jesse's recording for some reason. Are defending her mom. That's so sweet. I love a good mother-daughter relationship in games. I'm biased because I love my mom, but, you know, sometimes I feel like in media, moms get flack. And sometimes, depending on how the character is written, like, they deserve it, but there aren't enough dads that get flack. Give me more shitty dads and moms trying their best. Maria stole Jesse's recording to thwart her investigation into Isabel. What's the conclusion? Maria took Jesse's recordings and equipment because she disliked Jesse and wanted to protect her mom from potential harm. Ooh, let's visualize it. What is Cam, the fucking genius, gonna see? Nothing useful. But let's do it. Oh, she fell. Okay. Oh, she dropped something, I guess. Butterfingers.
Hello?
Oh, hey. Again, like, it just feels, I don't even think they're trying to extend the time necessarily. Like, that could be the conclusion you come to, but it just feels like, yes, you visualize these moments, but if you took it away, nothing would really change. So I still don't understand why they feel a need to have these visualizations. Like, this is how it must have happened, but again, Cam hasn't been there, so why all these assumptions? Why do we need to see the visualization when it doesn't really do anything for us? Especially because it's from an unreliable narrator. Anyway, a large stain in Eric's office originated from an inkwell that was smashed in the wall. What could have done this and why? Alright. Person's motivation. A captain's jacket was covered in ink stains. A captain. Hans is the... Oh, you know what? Eric and Hans probably got into a fight because Eric was, you know, having a tryst with Isabel. Let's see. Person's motivation. Okay, so Hans interview, and then a secret fling. Let's piece it together. Someone smashed it because secrets were being kept. I'm a detective. All right, Hans smashed it because of Eric and Isabel's secret. Yes. I'm just angry at Eric for having a fling with Isabel. I like that little point. All right. Okay, time to visualize. It's so stupid. I like the game, don't get me wrong. Like, is it perfect? Not at all. Do I love this juicy inside look at the crew? Yes. Who doesn't love drama? When it's not related to you, right? Like, I don't like drama if I'm part of it. Other people's drama, though. Give me. Alright, let's visualize this dumb moment.
Is it true that you and Mrs. Greenwood are having a fling?
Well, with respect, Captain, if we were... It is none of your business how I or Isabel conduct our personal lives.
None of my business. None of my business.
Get him!
I trusted you to look into Alex's...
Oh.
You're supposed to be conducting an investigation and said you're sleeping with the suspects.
Get him!
You're out of line, Captain. Whatever I or Isabel choose to do is our own affair. And I take my role and my duties seriously.
I do get both their points. If Eric was...
That doesn't sound like Hans. He's normally calm and collected.
But he was really upset about Alex's death. Like you were. Like you both left, Cam and Bailey, because Alex's death upset them so much. And it seems like he's mad because if Isabel was part of it, which he was looking at the 3 people... Yeah, he'd be upset thinking, like, if Isabel is a suspect, he's not going to remain objective. But at the same time, I don't know when, you know, they started, like, getting together, their relationship started. So it could also be that, like, before it happened, he and Isabel were a thing, right? So... yes, it could state his objectivity, how objective he is about it, but Eric's been doing his job fine so far. So I do agree, even though it is unprofessional, it is kind of none of his business, even though it kind of is all at the same time. Okay, one more. That's a lot of stuff we could figure out the expose. Just as around in expose and Isabel, how is the work going? All right, not well. Scoops on Isabel, and then secret fling, I guess. Jessie uncovered several things about Isabel that she could use in her expose. That's so shitty. Like, you know, maybe it could be her finances were coming into question, and so I guess she was, like, yes, again, it's drama. People do love that, but, you know... Jessie uncovered several people. Okay, yep. Alright, I guess that's what we've got so far. Golly. Still getting pretty heated. Alright. Different areas to use the bolt cutters. Let's see. Oh, what did the blue mean? A crucial area. But I can't get in there. There was one area I couldn't get into because I needed bolt cutters, but I don't remember where that was. Oh my god, what's going on? Hold on. What the hell just happened? I don't know why I got an encoding overload, to be honest. I feel like this isn't the kind of game that should have an issue. Oh, actually, hold on. What did I do last time? That kind of helped it. I guess we can do that, but, like, again, this isn't the kind of game that's really, you know... graphically impressive enough to fuck shit up. We'll just set it to medium and we'll see what happens. I don't know. We might have little pops here and there. But, like, last time Coffee Beano was saying it was kind of running fine. It was just, like, a couple seconds that it happened and then it stopped. So we'll see. We'll see. Alright, but we still can't get there. Oh, there was this little area. How do I get to it? Oh, wait. Oh, all these are actually crucial areas. I gotta go back to where I was, I think. Okay, I left too early. Oh, you know what? I think because I solved some mysteries, they suddenly became crucial areas. I think. I vaguely have to breathe through my mouth because my nose, it's not fully stuffy, but it's a bit stuffy. I usually don't stream when I'm sick, but as I said, I feel well enough. All right, so what's happening over here? I don't think this stuff was here last time. Let's see. History, law, and accounting. Oh, thanks, because I couldn't see it before. Would there still be dirt on it if it's been underwater for a while? Is that a clue? Let's see. Oh, is that him and his dad? Oh. Let's hope the investment was worth it. Oh my god, the investment? Like, yeah, it is an investment to, like, you know, send your kid to college. But that's mean. Let's hope you're good enough to make me proud, son. Damn. Damn, my mom was, like, so proud when I graduated. Oof. No wonder Eric is so uptight. All right, let's see. Either September or December or November 3rd, 1903. Dear E. Larson, it was a pleasure meeting you at your recent talk in New York. As I said that evening, I enjoyed your book on the discovery of longitude and approaches to navigation. I have a proposition for you. I'm in need of a maritime historian to lead my next expedition, something of the SS Thalassa, which undoubtedly you will have heard of. My crew has undertaken several nautical expeditions in recent years, and now my focus is a personal one, the locating and raising of the St. Catherine, a Spanish galleon captained by one of my ancestors. I would please discuss this and your role as expedition leader at my offices or over dinner. Yours sincerely, Isabel Greenwood. How do you find that kind of stuff out? Like, your ancestor was a saint or something. Because they didn't have Ancestry.com back then. Yes, you go to libraries and stuff, but, like, how do you even get that kind of thread to start on? I don't even know. Like, my grandpa is working on a family tree, which he's been working on for, like, 30 plus years. Not because there's any threat that we're related to, like, you know, anyone historically, like, important or anything, but yeah, I'm curious. Alright, I think that's it here. No, there's still crucial stuff around. Oh, infirmary key. Again, I don't know if it's always there or it happens to show up after, like, you progress enough in the mysteries. Alright, now I just need to remember what the infirmary is. Let's see. Okay. I think I know how to get there. Also, it feels like there are more fish around now. What are we gonna find? Yeah, other than all the interpersonal drama and, like, just there's so much happening, it's a pretty chill game otherwise. Alright, I think I know how to get around. Last week when I played, I felt like I was starting to get a pretty good idea of the place, but, you know, I said it before, it's a big ship, and I've been sick for the past week, so I don't remember shit. I vaguely do, but I mostly don't. Alright, I think this, yeah, this is the main hall. And we got that cleared up last time. Okay, so we go through here, and I think we can get to the infirmary. Yep. Alright, so where was the locked? Was it this? Yes. What clues are in here? I'm a snoopy little snoopmeister. Oh, a book. Ooh. Dispensing log, the SS Thalassa, dispensing physician, Doc RC. Fansha, whatever, prescribed for melancholy. June 20th, Captain Hans Fischer. Oh, we did find his heroin bottle. We don't know it's his. We just found a bottle of, like, heroin. But Kudri talked about he was okay before the pills, and then he didn't want to talk anymore because he said too much. Who gave it to him? Like, who is the doctor? RC. Hold on. Alright, mystery available. Give me a second. No one had R in their name. According to Kadri, alright, Kadri, not Kudri, but Hans is not acting himself. What's going on with Hans? A logbook found in oh, wait, that wasn't it. Some medication starting with the letter H prescribed for Hans on June 20th for melancholy. Since 20th of June, Hans had been prescribed heroin for melancholy. Kadri was concerned about him. Is that what you give some? Hold on. I'm sure it is, but like, let's Google this. For melancholy. Is that like, does heroin help with melancholy? To be fair, it was 1905, right? Heroin damages craving, negative emotions, increases positive emotions. Oh. Oh, okay, it's an opioid that makes users feel relaxed and okay, I guess. I guess that makes sense. That's on my Google search forever. Well, till I clear it, but who's looking? Okay, so it does help with melancholy, I guess. What was the cause of his melancholy? Someone died on his watch. What do you think? What? That's such a stupid question, because clearly, like, after the incident, because it was a lot that Cam, you know, watched his, I assume they're best friends, they seem close. So, like, that feels like a dumb question, considering that Cam quit his job, stayed in bed for months, and drank heavily, right? When we're visualizing other things, like, we saw Hans, to be fair, it was our visualization, so whatever. But when Hans was saying you're supposed to be looking into Alex's death, there was a point where he, like, paused, because it clearly just, even the thought of it really upset him. So, you idiot! What was the cause of melancholy? I don't know, the head diver died? I know Cam isn't a detective, but, like, fucking use a couple of your little gray cells for a second, idiot. Anyway, let's visualize the moment. I'm getting too heated. And I can't blame the sick. I could just blame that, it's in my blood. This is how it must have happened. Why are we visualizing this? Who cares? Oh,
Did you want something else, Captain?
little kiss. Good night.
A what? Oh, no. No, thank you.
That longing stare. Okay. Are we ever going to visualize anything that matters? I know I keep going on about it, but like...
It's none of our business. The captain wasn't quite right to reign.
Really? Clearly Hans was disturbed. By what?
Again, Alex, who fucking... Why? Why is she there? Like, Bailey, I don't mind because, as I said, like, he feels helpless because all he can do is, like, stay on the phone and talk to Cam. So far, it just feels like Alex is there for one more commentary, but why? There's so many things that, like, the game doesn't need that they threw in there. As I said, like, if it was a more paranormal type of game, I'd let it go. But she hasn't really proven... There hasn't been any reason why, like, story-wise, it's important that her little ghost be looking over my shoulder or whatever, however it's happening. And there could be something else happening on the ship, to be fair. But right now, as I said, like, he's clearly upset about Alex's death. Why is everyone so dumb? It's pissing me off. We still need a knife. Oh, and then there's... Oh, how do we actually... Okay, so we gotta get to Thomas's cabin because there's some important stuff, I think. Yeah, I went to Eric's study and I didn't go this way. All right, let's go back. Oh, this isn't where I want to be. Yes. Actually, you know, I think if we go this way, we're good. Bailey is right, though. It is kind of none of our business if, like, well, it is, right? Because he's the captain, so, like, if he can't properly do his job because of the heroin, like, that could be related to why the ship sank. Bailey's a fucking idiot. To be fair, so is Cam. Again, I really wish, and maybe we'll find out more later why just the cops aren't looking into it. If it was a very small time boat, I guess I could understand more. But, oh, hold on. There's just no reason, because there were articles about this thing, so, like, why weren't the cops looking into it? Is this where I want to be? Yes. What's this? Clutter. Tin snips. Alright. Hey, we did it. We found some tin snips. I imagine it for opening tin cans. Alright, so if we go back this way, we can get into the crew quarters. Right? Okay, yes. Let's see. Oh, he's using the tin snips or something. Okay, foreign tool. It's a wrench. Is it that foreign, actually? It's not like a katana or something. That would be a foreign tool, but like... It's a wrench. And he was an engineer. Oh, Mr. Progress available, though? Alright, let's see. Thomas and Kmart didn't overhaul the engines but couldn't find the issue. Why was Thomas having such problems with the engines? I don't know. Thomas's findings. Okay, I knew something was off. The evidence I found so far proves it. Sure. Suspicious sign. Oh, was it the pipe and the foreign tool? Nope. Okay, well, the fault log is it. Alright, a gauge piece appeared to have been damaged as someone tried to force it into a place where it didn't belong. It was discovered on Thomas's work desk in his cabin. Oh, that might be it. Oh, could the foreign tool be that? Yes! Thomas was having problems with the engines because someone had tampered with them. Alright, what's the conclusion? Let's visualize the moment while we're here. Thomas is having problems with the engines because someone had tampered with them without Thomas's knowledge. Who had tampered with the engines?
If Thomas found someone tampering with the engine, what if the crane was sabotaged as well?
Yeah, I definitely think Alex is there to be a talking piece for Cam, but again, just give Cam a voice. Don't be so attached to making sure that players don't complain about shit that you kind of... It doesn't hinder the game, but again, it really makes you question why. Alright, someone had been tampering with the engines without Thomas's knowledge who had tampered with the engines. Let's see. Alright, Jesse tells Thomas that Hans and Isabel had another engineer come in behind his back. Probably that. Someone had managed to tamper with the engine somehow. Alright, Thomas got bypassed. Hans and Isabel had gotten in an engineer without Thomas's knowledge. Why, though? Especially because Isabel did tell Jesse, I trust Thomas. And she could have been lying about that, but what would be the point of it? You know what I mean? For the sake of the game, yes, it's like more bad shit that's going down, but realistically, it could have been like, yeah, we're just gonna get another engineer in for a second opinion or to help you out or whatever. I hope we visualize what happened. Oh, okay. Good job, crew. Oh, right. There's like something in the closet or in the bathroom. No, it was a bathroom. Okay, with a sack. Oh, tin cans. We did find a tin snip. Yep. Those are some tins. Okay. Thomas was sneaking out on deck trying to keep his... Oh, do you think he was feeding that person in the pantry? All right. Signs of mischief. All right, these are probably like the connecting evidence. No. Okay. Signs of mischief. Oh, wait. Could it be tool set, the tin snips, and then... Okay, aiding a stowaway. Oh, and then discarded cans? Yeah. Hidden food and aiding... Thomas was secretly helping the stowaway at night. How does that prove it, though? I mean, I already kind of put it together, but... well, yeah, I guess probably the same way I did, but like... Whatever. He could have just been stealing food from the pantry because he was hungry. Like, you don't really have any signs that it was particularly the stowaway. Like, yes, there's the statue, but again, I can put 2 and 2 together, but it could have just been pantry theft because Thomas was hungry. Because they did say that, like, Thomas would annoy Kadri and, like, his food would become really bland as a result. So it could be, like, the food was so bad he didn't eat it, or because the food wasn't that good, he didn't feel properly, like, nourished at dinner. Because I've had things where, like, dinner just, like, you eat it, but because it's kind of disappointing, it doesn't fill you up like it should. Whatever. Cam is on the case. Thomas secretly getting up at night to aid the stowaway that was hiding the ventilation So, like, Cam could put that together, but he can't understand that Hans is upset about Alex's death. Time to conclude the mystery. All right. A stowaway was on board and had stolen food from the pantry. How did they get around unnoticed? It was like in, God, Judgment. They were going off about, like, who the mole was. And Yagami had just kind of pulled something out of his ass, because, like, I didn't know how he came to a certain conclusion. But they went, like, all in on it, and conveniently, like, that ended up being what was happening. But it's like, how did you come to this conclusion? Yes, there's a stowaway. Thomas does have... But you know what I guess is sneaking around at night, I guess. But... I guess just, you know... Whatever. The stowaway managed somehow. As I said, like, I kind of understand how Cam puts it together, but Cam is pretty much a moron generally, so... Whatever. The stowaway had help from Thomas. Let's visualize the moment. Alright, Thomas is helping the stowaway. Who were they and what was their connection with Thomas? I don't know. Signs of identity. And what's the connecting evidence? Oh, maybe the drawings on the pipe, but then evidence of activity. Yes. Were they wood carving together? The stowaway is a little girl called Adelina. Thomas was caring for her. Oh. I didn't realize it was a little girl. I suppose. Sure. I still don't understand how they put together... Whatever. I gotta drop it. Sure. The stowaway is a little girl called Adelina. Thomas was caring for her and had been teaching her to wood carve. I guess. Don't worry, though. We are visualizing this moment. This is how it must have happened. Oh, I guess there were 2 chisels.
Psst, Adelina. Adelina, it's me. I got this for you.
Thomas, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I don't like you walking around too much. That reporter is snooping about.
I know, but I'm really careful. And I've managed for a really long time, you know?
I've brought you this as well. Thought I could teach you to carve.
Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah, give her something to do during the day.
I have to go. I'll see you soon.
Oh, that's Thomas is so sweet. Where'd he find her though? Like, it is very sweet that he's helping her out, but like,
Thomas was helping this Adelina. He should have told the captain from the outset.
should he have? Because I think Hans would have kicked her out, because that would have been one more mouth to feed. Like, Maria's there because she's Isabel's daughter, even though I really don't think she's doing much for the expedition. I like Maria, but, and yeah, like, yeah, she took pictures, but even Hans was, like, questioning the legitimacy of having her there, and Isabel was like, well, she hasn't, blah, blah, blah. Right? I think he would have just kicked her out. So, yeah, Bailey, there's a reason he didn't tell him. Idiot. I want to know more about Adelina. Also, we're nowhere near closer to figuring out... Okay, I think it's the map that, fucks with the game. Or not fucks with the game, but, like, kinda slows everything down. Because last time I checked the map, that's when we got the encoding error. But yeah, we're, like, nowhere near closer to how the place sunk. We're finding out a bunch of different stuff, but none of it really... It does and it doesn't matter in the long run. I do need to check the map, though. Oh, there's still... I don't know why the map messes with the encoding so much. Because if anything, you'd think the map would, like, be the least of this game's problems. Oh, what's this? Lipstick? There's never anything to inspect. Why not look at it and then end it itself? Again, it just feels like maybe they want the player to feel like they're doing something. Because a lot of people do bitch about walking simulators. And if you don't like walking simulators, that's fine. But, like, I don't mind walking simulators as long as the world and the story are engaging enough. But that's because I love a good story. I don't feel a need to, like, always be doing things. Alright. Oh, this is probably about the drinks in Kamar's room. Maria had a crush on Kamar, writing that she was planning on making advances towards him. Oh, was that? I know that in the little, like, journal, she talked about, like... She saw how Jesse was interacting with Kamar, and then she said, fiance my ass, and how, like, she has to get to him. I thought she meant, like, to tell him that Jesse was gonna try and make a move. Alright, I misunderstood. Side of Maria's move. Oh, I see. Expensive red lipstick found on the stairs in the upper class quarters, and then the whiskey bottle. Wait, so did Kamar give her... She's 16. What kind of advances did Maria make? How did she get the whiskey? Drunken seduction. Uh-oh. So... Are they saying that she was drunk and tried to seduce him? Or he was drunk and she tried to seduce him? Or were they drinking together? I'm really trying to give Kamar the benefit of the doubt here. I guess we'll find out. Oh, okay. She states that she has to make her move. I see. About Jesse seemingly so it could just be that Jesse was interacting with Kamar and they were probably laughing about something, and because Maria has all these hormones and she's like a 16-year-old girl, she absolutely took it the wrong way. Let's visualize it just to be safe. Okay, never mind. We didn't even get any conclusion. Maria made a pass at Kmart, and Maria was in Kmart's cabin with the whiskey bottle. Okay, so she was drunk. Sign of his feelings. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, sign of his I hope it means sign of his feelings that he wasn't into her. Please let that be it. Please let that be it. I hope that's it. Otherwise, I don't like where this is going. So can we go into oh, okay, so there's more stuff over here. What is this? Oh, was this her little, like, secret corner where she wrote in her diary? Alright, let's see. My lessons are a dream. He is such a wonderful teacher. I could listen and play the guitar all day. If we weren't being rudely interrupted all the time. That grouser's always riding his back. And when that bonehead grabbed the guitar from his hands, I could have spat. There's so much happening. Heavy atmosphere. I heard her sobbing again last night. I need to find a way to help. What's a grouser? Game's having me Google a lot of things. I'm learning all the time as I'm playing this game. Oh, hold on. A person who habitually complains, grumbles, or whines. Originated from British Army slang, it refers to a chronic malcontent or whiner, often synonymous with a grouch, grump, sourpuss, or bellyacher. Oh. Oh, that's her. Who was complaining all the time? According to Han's interview 1B, there was a commotion in the mess hall. Maria can be heard shouting what was going on. Oh, that's right. Alright, a recount of events. Maria was receiving guitar lessons from someone she idolized. You could say Kmart. Lesson was interrupted by someone who was always riding in the back. The interaction turned into an altercation. Sign of person involved. Oh. Could it have been Thomas? Because there's Thomas. I think that's Thomas. Who was there? I think it was Thomas. Nope. The lesson was by someone who was always riding his... Oh, could it have been Jesse? A guitar with an engraved name Kmart was found at maintenance. Oh, I guess... Oh, I see. Sure. Maria was involved in something. An altercation. Uh-oh. Okay, let's conclude this. Who interrupted? Maria's music class was interrupted when Kmart was involved in an altercation. With whom and why? Probably Eric. Signs of friction. In a continued interview of Thomas, he speaks warmly about both Kmart and Eric, but seems concerned that the two don't get along. Could be that, and then source of dispute. Oh, where's the... Could it be the unfinished report? A box of Cambridge's unfinished reports found the maintenance shaft above the galley. He seemed unhappy about the form was given by Eric. Who was involved, Eric? Yes. Kmart and Eric had an altercation in the mess hall due to work disagreements. That's true. If he was like giving Maria lessons, Eric could have just been stomping around screaming like, how about instead of wasting your time giving the little girl guitar lessons, you fucking do your job, you piece of shit. Because that's exactly how Eric talks. But why was Maria I guess she could have just been shouting. She was mad that Eric was interrupting. That's so funny. She called him a grouser. I mean, she doesn't seem like she's wrong, to be fair. She did call him a bonehead. I really like Maria. I hope we can visualize the moment. Yep. Maria's guitar lesson with Kmart was interrupted by Eric. They had an altercation in the mess hall due to work disagreements. Also, this picture, I think this one is supposed to be Eric and this one is supposed to be Kmart, but that doesn't look anything like either of them. They made Eric a lot uglier and they made Kmart a lot better looking. And that's not to say Kmart didn't already look good, but they make him like a bit younger and handsomer in my honest opinion. Anyway, let's visualize the moment.
Kmart, I need a word.
I'm busy at the moment.
So busy.
This is important. The repairs I tasked you with are long overdue. I am tired of having to chase...
down. I did that yesterday.
Well, there's no report of that. How am I supposed to know?
How about trusting that I've done it?
Poor Maria.
Trust you if you weren't prioritizing everything else. And don't you think it's inappropriate to spend this much time with a child?
Who are you calling a child?
The only way you know how to show authority is by berating people.
Get him.
You're out of
Uh-oh.
line.
Uh-oh.
What are you doing?
Is he gonna... Oh. What? That she wasn't really yelling, though. I mean, she did say, who are you calling a child? To be fair, when you're like 16, you kind of think you know everything. But like, poor Maria, they're going back and forth and she's stuck there. There's just someone in the middle. And like, he's nice to everyone, right? He's just trying to be nice to like the boss's kid. Okay, investigating Kmart. Kmart's work showed signs of him disregarding routines and rules set by Eric. I mean, yeah. Kmart does seem like he's generally good at his job, so if Eric's like, hey, Kmart, can you do this? Then trust it. But again, if it's that there's generally paperwork to be done, like, I started here, here's the report, here's what I did, here's when I signed off, or here's when I finished it and signed off, and he just never does it. As I said, as annoying as paperwork can be, I can understand why it is annoying that he just refuses to do it. It does seem like Eric does berate him. I don't disagree with him, but Kmart is kind of acting like he has no... Like he's not doing anything wrong. Just do your paperwork, and I think it would be way less of an issue. You know, as I said, Eric does seem to always be focused in on Kmart, which is just, I just think the guy's racist, honestly. But Kmart should still do the paperwork. Yeah, that's why. It just makes it seem like he doesn't take it seriously, even though he does. Kmart's work showed signs of him disregarding routines and rules set by Eric. Oh, did it? Because as I said, I do think he's getting the work done, but he's just, it feels like at this point he's refusing to do it just because he knows it'll piss Eric off. And that is pretty immature and irresponsible. All right, sign of insubordination. Eric and Kmart had a disagreement regarding work. Eric was frustrated by Kmart's lack of structure and refusal to write reports. Meanwhile, Kmart was annoyed with Eric's lack of trust and rigid routines. I mean, the lack of trust I do understand. Even if he didn't do the paperwork, if he was like, hey, Kmart, did you do the work? Yeah, I did the work. Okay, can you at least, like, kind of get the paperwork done? I don't know if he was always, like, mean from the start or if it just spiraled into this because, as I said, he does seem very straight-laced. And I guess Maria's bias wouldn't really give much indication. I don't know. But, I mean, lack of trust I can understand Kmart getting annoyed with. Could be the carvings if he's saying it's pretty inappropriate. And then I think it's work food, but no, I guess work food because we just got to that. I think they're both in the wrong. All right, we did it. Kmart's diligence and integrity came under scrutiny due to certain actions. Like, to be fair, I don't know if Kmart has any idea that Maria likes him. I would think as an adult, if like this 16-year-old girl has like an adult that's being so nice to her and is like giving her attention, Kmart should kind of know better, you know, and just be like, okay, well, like, kind of distance himself. I don't know. I still really hope it's more on her than he's being inappropriate. But again, I think he is trying to just like kind of be nice because he might sense like she has no father figure. So he does kind of want to give her good male role model, I guess. I don't know. But oh, it's so good. It's so good. Is all the writing in this game great? No, but like this mystery I care more about than what the fuck happened with the St. Catherine, duh. But you know what I mean? Like, so much. Kmart's diligence and integrity came under scrutiny due to certain actions. All right, let's see. There were complaints about Kmart's diligence and integrity. But were they from anyone other than Eric, is my question. Because as I said, Eric does seem pretty zeroed in on Kmart, which is why I was saying, like, it does feel like he does get the job done, because we haven't heard anyone else complain. I guess, to be fair, it is Eric's job to, like, sign off on everyone's work. But, I mean, yes, Thomas and Kmart are besties, but I would really think Thomas would have something to say if Kmart weren't doing his job. Because Kmart even goes to, like, help Thomas out with his responsibilities. Alright, I think that's settled. I guess that's it for now. I do appreciate these little, so now what do we need to do? These... Oh, how do I actually... These are blocked areas. These are crucial areas. How do I get there? Oh, I think I need to... No, do I need to go through the cargo doors? No, because there's no... This place is so confusing. I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break and think about it. When I come back, we'll try to figure it out, but... I'm so glad I decided to start streaming because I'm pulled right back in. It's so good. It's so good, right? Like, I think if it were so shit, I'd have more to complain about, or maybe I'd have dropped the game, but just these interpersonal conflict. Anyway, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, back to the drama. All right, so how do I get over here? Oh, I see. All right, How do I... Oh, there's somewhere here with bolt cutter. How do I get there? All right, I have to go back downstairs. Bolt cutter, whatever this is. All right, we got some places to go. Let's go. Oop. See if that fucks anything up. Sometimes it looks a little janky and I don't like it. All right, so we have to go to Isabel's office because that's crucial. Where else? We'll start with Isabel's office. Thank goodness for this map, to be quite honest. Yeah, new stuff does always come up because I've been in this office a bunch and I would have noticed this. Crumbled schematics. What was he doing? Wrong parts. Nice, okay. Oh, mystery progress available, all right. Hans and Isabel had gotten in our engineer without Thomas's knowledge. What engineer was hired and how had it caused problems? My question, and we might actually have it answered when we, you know, answer, but why? While he's absent, Isabel and Hans had employed our engineer to work on the Thalassa without Thomas's knowledge. Why was he absent, though? Okay, whatever. Evidence of events. Crumbled schematics. The last is injured with part circled and then crossed through. One part has been circled and Thomas has added. What was he doing? Was this after he found out about it? Alright, evidence from work site. The stylish pipe. Oh, I kind of forgot about this pipe. Alright, let's see. Identifying culprit. And then... A much younger Thomas sheepishly poses with a mentor. The old man's holding a stylish-looking pipe with a blue pattern. Written on the front, You're not the wet behind the ears, sprat. I apprenticed. Oh. So, they got the guy that Thomas apprenticed under, and Thomas is really upset. So why not have that guy come in as, like, the head engineer, and Thomas just kind of helps him out? Whatever. Someone has been hired in. Thomas' old mentor had been hired in, but he didn't record his work. Oh, so he didn't record his work, and that's fine. But Kmart doesn't record any of his work, and Eric's out for blood. Because I would think that the engineer not recording his work would be a little more dire than whatever the fuck Kmart does. I don't think I even remember what Kmart does. Alright, anyway, what's the conclusion? Oh, good. We're visualizing the moment. Thomas's old mentor had been hired to work on the edge of his knowledge. He had not logged any of his work, so Thomas had no idea what was done. Oh, Hans distrusted Thomas. Why? I guess, again, because he's like 20. How did Jesse find this out, though? Whatever, let's visualize it.
Yes, thank you. So, has someone besides me worked on the engines the past weeks?
Ah, right. We did have the Mesvar go over the engine while we were docked, yes.
You did what?
Before you say anything, a lot was going on and we needed those upgrades. We didn't want to overwhelm you.
No, you and Hans didn't trust me to do it.
Hans did feel you might be a bit too young for such a complex job.
Too young, right?
I mean, it's not that long since you stopped being the Mies apprentice.
Jesus. Got a point.
Well, since neither you nor Hans made sure the schematics were updated, I am basically blind.
Like,
I can't tell what's been updated, and something is putting a strain on the engine. We'll have to take the whole thing apart.
Oh. I mean...
I'll be in the engine room, trying to fix this, unless Hans wants to take that away from me as well.
Why don't you go yell at Hans? Like, yeah, Isabel okayed it too?
I thought Thomas's mentoring to do the work. But if they didn't tell him...
TheMischievousMoose was a seasoned hand. If Thomas had known the engine as well as him.
Shut up! Like, that does suck, right? But, like, if he'd worked on the ship before, it does suck he didn't log any of it. It does suck that, like, Hans doesn't trust him. But again, if he's, like, 20 and he hadn't been the chief engineer or he hadn't been out of apprenticeship for so long, he's screaming in Isabel's face. Like, yes, it sucks. He has no idea. He didn't have to get in her face about it, though. Because she does legitimately feel bad. Like, oh, no, I fucked up. That is right. He didn't log it. And she might not have even known if he logged it or not. You know what I mean? Like, I know she is the head, but I feel like he should also be yelling at Hans, too. I understand why she did it if she really didn't want to overwhelm him, because this is such a new job to him. Everyone calm down. I'm not saying Isabel's innocent, but, like, I do get Thomas's point. I do get why he's frustrated about it, but... you know, you don't need to scream in her face. That's why they say you're too young, because you're screaming in her face because you're big mad. Yeah, it's frustrating, but what is screaming at her gonna help? If you say, hey, he didn't record it, again, I'm not sure if she even knows he recorded it, and then she's like, oh my god, I fucked this up. Calm down, Thomas. Okay. Also, I don't know if we've done anything about how everything was mega secured, but I think they just did that because. Alright, how do I get... Okay, so I don't know why they have the things about visualizing them again. So where are we going? Oh, right! These! Okay. I forgot about it. Nice. Woohoo. Alright, okay, all we can do is go down. What's this? The diver bell. Oh, is that all that's over here? Oh no, there's this. Mended hole. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, could it be that when they dropped that St. Catherine thing, it created a hole in the ship? The cargo hold hole was shored up. What happened here? According to Jesse, a Central friend took the Thalassa by surprise, making even Isabel pick up tools to secure the ship. How did it happen? Cargo was tossed around. A heavy yellow diving bell was laying loose in the cargo hold. It could potentially have caused a lot of damage. Alright, cause and effect. How did it happen? Unsecured straps. Tamar rebelled. Probably the Stormfront, to be honest. That kind of sticks out from everything else. Yes, the storm is raging. An unsecured cargo caused a breach in the hull. Okay, I thought it was the whole, like, incident where Alex died. I hope we can visualize it. That always helps. There was chaos below deck due to unsecured cargo during the storm. The hull was mended. Why was the cargo not secured? Yeah, why was the cargo not secured? I think when we investigated it, it was saying that, like, it wasn't attached properly or something like that.
We're going to need to shore this up and quickly gather whatever you can find while I get the equipment.
Chaps, we need some help down here.
I like how the thing said guys, but he clearly said chaps in case, like, people didn't know what chaps meant. Do people not know what chaps means? It means, like, guys.
They fixed it, but that cargo should have been secured.
Exactly. Why wasn't it secured?
How does she know what Bailey? I get. How? It's gonna piss me off. I'm sorry. I can't get over it. Every single time she reacts to something Bailey says, it just tells me that the reason she is there is to be Cam's, like, mouthpiece. But they didn't need to do that. Again, it just doesn't really add anything if they just were like, hey, we're gonna, like, create this whole character for Cam so Cam can speak. It's stupid. Okay, anyway. Unsecured cargo was tossed around the cargo. Why was this cargo not secured? Signs of responsibility. Oh, I wonder if it's someone's interfering with his work. Explanation. I don't actually know what happened. Thomas was concerned claiming he heard unusual sounds from the engine. He requested to halt the journey and get help from Kmart to look into the issue. I wonder if it was that. It's the connection. I don't know. Who is working? I don't know. I mean, Kmart was working, to be fair. Oh, you know what? It's probably the shift rotation. Explanation of what happened. That? Yes! Kmart was responsible, but complained of interference. Kmart, why was he? Like, I know he was on rotation, but... It must have been someone, because, like, even if he was trying to point fingers, I think it would just make him look worse, but maybe it was him. I do think he actually took his duty very seriously. Even if he was shit at record keeping. Alright, Kmart was responsible for securing the cargo, but he had noted that he was distracted by someone who had distracted by him. Or who had distracted him. Mine's just somewhere else there. Oh, that's right! Eric's cufflink! Oh! Was Eric trying to pin blame on Kmart? Oh! Signs of work issues. Kmart's work showed signs of him discarding routines and rules. Yeah, that is actually very frustrating. I think Eric was interfering. Something must have happened. Okay, that's not a match. No. There's a few different things it could be. Could be the work. Yes. Cameron was on duty to secure the cargo, but he had an altercation with Eric. I don't know if Eric was setting him up, because, like, that would be pretty shitty. Kmart was on duty to secure the cargo, but he had an altercation with Eric that led to him not finishing the work. But the altercation was when he wasn't doing work anyway. Like, again, he was teaching Maria. Although it didn't even seem like he was teaching her. It felt more like, I guess he could have been like, okay, this is C chord, this is B chord, you know? But it didn't even feel like he was teaching her. He was just strumming. To be fair, she probably didn't have her own guitar and she could just use it as an excuse to have more time with him. You know what? I could actually see how it looks like he's just fucking around if he's taking the time when shit's going. You know what? I understand why Eric was so pissy, but I still think that, again, I don't know if Eric just berated him right off the bat, or if Eric tried to be nicer and just Kmart refused. We're not getting to, like, the heart of this. To be fair, there's no way Cam could know, but Cam's really good at, like, imagining that it's what happened, and Cam is just taking it as fact, so... lot going on. It's how it must have happened.
We need to talk. Later. Can't you see I've got my hands full here?
Fine. Just listen then. I need everyone to do their job and do it properly. It's bullcrap like what you've been pulling that puts the crew at risk.
What's he been doing?
I refuse to have another accident on my hands.
Oh.
That's rich coming from you. You're the one pushing everyone towards another accident.
Is he?
How dare you imply something like that?
Oh.
You're just trying to mask your own failures.
What did...
Take your hand off me.
Or what?
What did Kmart do that's a fail? Kiss!
I thought so. We're done here.
What did Kmart do, though? That was such a failure. So, instead of finishing his work, he just walked off, which, by the way, would give Eric more ammunition. What did Kmart actually do that Eric's on him about, other than, like, never doing his paperwork? Is Eric, like, pushing everyone? Because, again, like, yes, he's looking into what happened with the incident that got Alex killed, and, like, some of the crew's gone now. But it feels like it's a thing between Kmart and Eric, and Maria is just on Kmart's side because of course she is. Golly. Do we have to go back to Isabel's office? I guess I never finished up over there. And then there's here, which I can also get to. I guess I'll go back to Isabel's office. There's nothing in engineering. I don't know why this map is cursed. Let's get out of it. I don't understand why the map does that, and it's only the map. I'm gonna say that this probably isn't the best, optimized if the map is causing that many issues with OBS. I'm gonna have to go back to the cursed map though. Alright, let's just start with the office. Try not to stay in the map too much if I can help it. Hey Michelle, how you doing? I think this is Isabel's office. Not Isabel's office, just Isabel's office. Alright, what else is here? I mean, this is really it, but we already saw the visualization.
Yes. Thank you. So,
Nope.
has someone besides me worked on the engines the past weeks?
Oh, I wish I didn't do
We
that.
did have the Mesvar go over the engine while we were docked, yes.
You did what?
Before you say anything, a lot was going on and we needed those upgrades. We didn't want to overwhelm you.
Skip it.
You and
It
Hans
is my
trust
fault.
me to do it.
Hans did feel you might be a bit too young for such a complex job.
Too young, right?
Shut up.
It's not that long since you stopped being the Mies apprentice.
Well, since neither you nor Hans made sure the schematics were updated, I am basically blind. I can't tell what's been updated, and something is putting a strain on the engine. We'll have to take the whole thing apart. I'll be in the engine room, trying to fix this, unless Hans wants to take that away from me as well.
Okay. So it's just gonna be like that every time. So that was not it. Oh, here we go. A ring binder. Oh, okay. Good. Stocked. Yep, stonks go down. Alright, let's see. Eric was investigating Isabel. She's acting as trading financial records from her office. What was going on? Financial status, not good. Wait, what's it say? Information found in Isabel's office, her stocks start plummeting in 1903. Oof. That is true, especially because I forgot what article it was or where it was, but everyone was basically saying, like, Isabel was just doing this on her own whimsy. Which, yeah, she did have, like, something she wanted to get accomplished. But, yeah, how dare a woman try to move up in the world in 1903? Whimsical broad. Hysterical broad. I bet you that's what they were thinking. I'll say it. Alright. Let's conclude this. Isabel was lying about her finances. Her stocks had plummeted. What was really going on with her finances, and how did that affect the ship? I mean, probably if her finances weren't so well, she couldn't do all the repairs and shit that they would have needed. Or if there were issues with something, she couldn't pay for them. So she could have had shoddy work done or gotten, like, cheaper materials that fucked shit up.
Well, we don't have the full story yet.
Oh, what's Alex have to say, though?
She was lying. Clearly not wanting Jessie to learn about her failed finances.
Yeah, no.
Do you remember her apartment? More like a house at the back of the ship. Famous paintings, at best treasures from her travels, statues, you name it.
What is your point?
When folk used to that lifestyle risk losing it.
We've exhausted our other options.
What is your point, Alex? I'm so sick of her.
Side path along the starboard deck.
Okay. Like, yeah, she was lying to Jesse, but A, Jesse's a reporter, right? So, yes, she was lying, but it also seems like Jesse was definitely stirring shit, and why would you tell a reporter that? You know, because then she's just gonna write it for all the world to see, and it feels like the world already does not have a good, good idea or whatever. The word ain't coming to me. They don't think well of Isabel, so yeah, no shit she wasn't telling the truth. Alex, you idiot. I still don't like that she's here. She's just... Way to mess up a character that I was okay with. It doesn't make me dislike her, but just like, shut up. I feel like they're actively harming her character a little bit. Alright, so how do we get out here? Yeah, I think it's only the map, because, like, that's so weird. Why is it the map specifically that feels not optimized? Is it because it has, like, several... So weird. Because, like, most games that are poorly optimized, generally it's the whole thing that's poorly optimized, but as I said, just the map, why? Right, so how do I get there? I feel like I've been there before, but I don't remember how. Oh, I wonder if I get there through here. Do I have to be here? I think I know how to get there. Get out of there, holy moly. I think the map is the real final boss of the game. Oh my god, going. Oh, get out of there, please. I keep forgetting tab isn't how you get through. I feel like I'm gonna have to look at the map again. What's this? This was not always here. Is that Demisvar? Ah, I was gonna say, Thomas just has pictures of a distinguished gentleman in his room. Good for him. Alright, I think if we go down these stairs, we're at, like, the area of interest. Oh, right. Oh my god. Right, like, something was there, and or not Alex, Cam conked out for, like, an hour. I know how to get there. Nope. I'm gonna need to tap out somewhat soon. It's getting a bit difficult to breathe through my nose. And I feel like I'm getting very confused just by the layout. Not that I wasn't confused last week, but... Oh, main hall. Oh, it's this way. I'll give it like a good another hour or so. Because I do feel like I've gotten a lot accomplished. Right. Nope, it's the wrong way. Alright, but supposedly there's something important in this little hallway. Well, that requires a key. Anyway, we'll come back. Oh no, but you know... Alright, hold on. If we do assisted, can I see stuff better? Nope. I still don't understand why we need to press escape, then show menu, as opposed... And then if you want to get out, you have to hide menu, and... Why? Ah, okay, random photo, got it. Maria took a picture of her mom aw. How is it just floating in the air like, oh, an apartment photo? How is it just floating like that?
Be careful here. This side drops off.
Thanks, I wouldn't have thought to be careful if you hadn't told me to be careful.
It really feels like another world down here. The first men in the sea. The other diver.
What? Where?
You sure you're feeling alright? There are no other ships up here.
Ah.
Don't go losing it now.
Anyway. Hi, buddy. Do you want a petty pet? Go. Does baby just want attention? Does baby just want attention? Okay, bye. This way. Alright, nothing. Hi, buddy. Yeah. Alright, he's gone. He has one of his favorite donuts with him. Donut toys, I should actually say. Ooh, a logbook. The 3rd of July, 1400, we're sitting ducks with something over us. Oh, that's almost when they all drowned. But again, did they find bodies? Because we don't see anyone here. Again, I know that, like, dead bodies eventually float, but it's so odd. I don't know if bodies were reported found or anything. All right. I'm surprised that's not considered a room. Oh, I thought this said chef's room. Alrighty. Nothing to investigate here, huh? This feels like even a better boat than, like, the one in Death on the Nile. It just feels a million times bigger. Can't leave until I know more. Has to be some clues here. Well, I need a knife, so... Um, 627, 18 knots, 10 knots, 3's okay, yep. Made a complete stop on July 3rd. Alright, let's see. Syntax. What did Hans mean by that? What was going on? Oh, what was the threat? Oh. Sitting ducks meaning, what was the threat? Probably that the engine had been tampered with. Oh, but there was also... Oh, maybe the threat was the maps. Oh, it's not actually on here, so that could be fine. So it's not that. Yes. Okay, issue stalled the engine. What was the threat? We're seeing ducks with something over us. What was the threat? We're seeing ducks with something over us. Nope. What was the threat? Oh, the engine troubleshooting, perhaps? Oh, maybe the storm front. Yeah, the storm, duh. A sandstorm front was coming in and the engines had stalled completely. Well, Thomas did say they should probably not go until he had the engine completed. The unknown mechanical issue eventually stalled the engines as they attempted to go full speed. They were dead in the water as the looming storm front approached. Sorry.
last thing to try then.
Alright, but I doubt it's this.
Yeah, I know. Could you hand me the wrench? Thanks. Nothing.
What do we do? That storm will be on top of us soon.
If it's not here, then I'll get my other schematics.
And I'll get us some more coffee.
Yeah, good idea.
This is where valuing money more than people, cutting corners gets you.
No, it's not that. I can't be the cause the engine's stalling.
What is Alex's point? As I said, like, I know she's like, there's something we need to talk about later, but like, if she didn't have the money, it doesn't matter if she cared or not. She couldn't have gotten the right piece. I don't think Isabel could have stopped herself from not having money. Like, everyone's going off about top brass and this is what happens when you value money more than people. Like, yeah, she had all this shit in her room, but like, I guess what she's saying is like, she could have sold all that shit and gotten money to pay for it, but and especially if we're dealing with a ghost, I feel like all we would know is Alex's knowledge. Everything Alex knew before she died. So I think that's as far as the memories of Alex can go. So I know it's that, again, she's like Cam's mouthpiece. But it's just more for the player. It's really annoying, and I'm sure we'll figure more of it out from Alex's side, but there's no way she could have known about Isabel's troubles because it didn't even, like, come to a head until after Alex was gone. But at that point, like, yes, Isabel could have sold her stuff off, but did Isabel even know she was at a place where she should have sold her shit off? Because it seemed like these problems were already happening once they were sailing anyway. What could Isabel have done with it? Yes, she was trying to keep up appearances, but again, it feels like everyone was just kind of shitting on her because she's a woman with her whimsies. So I don't agree, but I understand why she would try to keep up appearances, and I don't think she was trying to, like, fuck everyone over. It feels like everyone's bitching about top brass and how she has people in her pocket, but in my opinion, we haven't found any indication that Isabel is just, like, a scheming evil woman other than these people say so. It's I could be wrong later when we find more clues, but just right now it feels like it's that way because the game is telling us so, not because we're finding any real indication other than Isabel has a bunch of stuff that she loves that she could sell off, but she chose not to. And she might not have even known that she would have had to at that time. Like, yeah, Lady made mistakes, but she did feel like she genuinely felt bad about it once she realized the big mistake she made. Ugh. And to be fair, again, I don't know what Alex would have had to talk to Cam about. I don't know if, like, maybe... I don't know. I don't know. It just feels like it's a bad way to put it all together. Right now, it just feels like rich lady bad. Amount 100 pay to Karis Panas. Sum of $100. Return to sender. Recipient deceased. Our condol. Okay, that's probably Alex. I wonder if Alex actually... Because there was a point where I think... Hans? No, it might have been Bailey, who talked about being surprised that she had hired Jesse to be there because Isabel was actually a very private person. So I wonder if it's that Alex made out a check to have Jesse investigate because she had some doubts about Isabel. Because she did have, like, shit in her room, but... I don't know. Maybe she was looking at... I don't know. Alex just feels like I'm liking her.
How does he have this?
God. I'm just liking her less and less. I don't think that's what they're trying. That's what, like, the devs really wanted, but I don't know. Like, as I said, it is a bummer that she died, but, like, she's just kind of whatever. Damn, there's color. Holy moly. Hey!
Needed some peace and quiet too.
I guess.
This is the perfect spot to recharge.
Anyway. Okay, they're getting... Alright, what's up? Also, no one ever mentions Cam at all.
When I first saw this garden, I didn't know what to think. Might have thought Isabel was a bit crazy.
Of course you did.
But I get it now. She built this ship as a home.
Yeah.
It's nice to have that again. You know, my mother's name, Karis, derives from grace.
Oh. I didn't ask.
Always compassionate regardless.
Why are you telling me about your mom? Again, I think it's because they're trying to, like, build Alex up as a character because they just really didn't have the time because they had to be like, hey, she died. But why is she just out of nowhere talking about her mother? I know she's, like, or she implied that, like, she didn't have a dad, so it was just, like, her and her mom. But why not talk about Alex? And I guess it could be, like, she's compassionate, so, like, Alex learned from it, but who asked?
Not sure I have that in me.
Oh, yep. Yep, okay.
But I want to try.
Okay.
Cam,
What? Nice shoes. Is that grass? The grass looks weird.
Look. Shooting stars.
Okay.
Make a wish.
Please leave. This feels like awkward chemistry building.
What did you wish for?
I wished that...
I wish I wasn't dead.
Oh. I wish Cam had a voice. Anyway. I don't think I understand. I guess the point is that, like, again, Cam is haunted by Alex's death. How long have they, like, they were friends, right? Clearly, because they were both divers. Alex was the head diver, and I was the assistant to the head diver, I guess. And I guess the whole ghost thing is, again, I guess, being here, haunted by Alex's death, and Alex is, again, the mouthpiece for Cam. So I suppose Alex is saying what Cam's thinking, I guess. But just like, it's not done well, in my opinion. I don't care for Alex's commentary. I don't know what she was looking into, but where's the document I just found? A check made out for a substantial amount of money to Alex's mother was found in the bridge dated the 1st of January. The note... Oh. Oh, so the recipient, Alex's mother... Okay. Right. So I guess Alex was trying to send money to Mom. Okay. Oh, how do I get out of here? There we go. I feel like this character building is just to explain things and actually doesn't do much for Alex.
You speak very highly of life at sea.
The sea, she is fine enough. As you know, when I left the US to help my family, I did odd jobs on different ships. I was green, but people were willing to teach me.
You are a sociable guy.
Finding good crew was not hard, at sea or on land. But wherever I went, there was always this crushing feeling of being under someone's boot. Until I came here. The Thalassa is different.
Is it though? Because it feels like he has that same issue with Eric. I guess... No. I was gonna say maybe this is when he was new, but no. It was during the... Before the incident. So... I don't think it's that different. He's still under Eric's boot, and he could mean that, like, maybe everyone actually was trying to crush him, but I don't think it's that different, brother.
Still, your fiancé must be very understanding to let you spend so many years away.
How does she know about that?
She's a patient woman. But I have promised we'll get married soon and start a
Oh,
family in the States.
Ethel.
She is the world to me.
Oh. Oh, Kamar. Oh, Ethel. And we know how that ended. Just want to see if I could hop off. Of course I can. Alright, so this is the other side. I still want to know what happened with the drunken seduction that Maria was apparently trying to do to Kamar. I know we'll eventually get to the bottom of it. Or maybe... because we're at the garden. There's more stuff of interest here in, like, Thomas's cabin. Yes, we are on the evil map. Okay, whatever. Let's get it. I'm gonna try not to be in there too long, now that I know it's, like, fucking shit up. Oh, is this what Alex was talking about when, like, oh, you saw her apartment with all the blah, 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 and she loves money, but not people. That was actually not substantiated in any way, shape, or form. All right, I need the code for that. Let's go back to Thomas's room. If I remember how to get there. Oh, I think there were like other places I might have been able to go to. Ooh. Oh, was something buried here? Yeah, because there's a shovel. This must be fake grass, so I feel like how far can you dig?
It's more complicated than a music box. Does Miss Lind know you have it?
She won't mind me making a recording for my effort. Let me know when you get it started and I'll begin. And thank you for this.
Aww.
It's a pleasure. I need the distraction.
Catch her bossing you about today.
Kadri is a big pussycat underneath it all. No, I'm worried for Thomas. He is not well. His mind is on the engine all of the time. He is concerned what his teacher did.
Is she really a stowaway if so many people know about her? Kmart I can understand because him and Thomas were best friends, and I mean, Thomas probably would have trusted Kmart like not narc. What did Kadri tell the captain? How did Cat? I mean, it's sweet that Adelina is like helping out where she can, but I mean, I guess the thing would be, like, have her, I guess, earn her place on the ship. But Kadri, like, was really close with Han, so why would he not snitch? Ooh. Let's see. Where is this? Oh. Oh, is this Isabel's room? Oh.
No, it can't be that.
What? I'm sorry, what? Oh. Ooh. No wonder Hans is so, like, okay. So I was saying how clearly he's upset when he brings up the topic of Alex's death when he's like talking to Eric, right? And he was taking the heroin because he was just like really taken aback by what had happened. And unless something else happened that I didn't know about, like that, I would understand why he had melancholy due to it. And everyone's like, well, what would he have to be sad about? They're so dumb. But, oof. Oof, drama. Let's see. '7th of July, that was a close shave, but we all pulled through, especially those two. They really stepped up when it counted. It's time I rectify my failings and make an apology. Those two. Oh, I've got Alex's knife. Why does he have her knife? I guess probably when she died, he just wants something to remember his daughter by. Alright, 2 coffee cups. Stuffed elephant, alright. Is this Alex's stuffed elephant? Oh, it is, right? Did we find it in her room? Oh, Hans. Oh, Hans. Again, I know he's haunted by Alex, but it's just like in his head, not like Ghost Alex is actually there. So I feel like her reaction to it is just for the trauma, where I guess for the player makes more sense, but I think I would prefer it where I silently figure out all this shit happening, you know? Like, oh my god, Alex never knew her father, and I wish she could have known this. Because then I feel it would even actually make it a little more sad that, like, you're dealing with all these things that Alex could never know and would have known, and you have this information you can't share with her because she died so young. I think it would have been a little less dramatic, but a little more, you know, grief, because it does say it's like a game about grief and loss, which, like, I understand, but I feel like I know it's a game about grief, not like I think they're doing a bang-up job of conveying it. Like, they convey, like, clearly Cam is sad, but I the player, am not sad. So I think it could be conveyed better, and they're just making odd choices. And it's their game, and they're allowed. But I don't know. Alright, so we can go into the kitchen. I can't go that way. There's something we have to open with a knife. Oh, how do I get to the kitchen? That might be the last thing I do, is go into the kitchen, explore, and then I might honestly stop there, because streaming's tiring. I enjoy streaming, do not get me wrong. I've been doing it for so long because I enjoy it. But I just knew I wouldn't have the energy to do, like, a full stream. Let's see, we found the issue in the boiler. It will take too long to repair, but Kmart came up with a temporary solution for now. That picture of Kmart, it doesn't look like him.
Look at that green logbook over there. On the floor to your right. It's there. Where are you going?
Oh my god, shut up. You know what? So I thought, like, because we read the message, it would be, like, in the corner from where we found the message. But how does he know it's there? If apparently Cam doesn't know it's there, how the fuck does Bailey know? Because, again, we're just assuming Bailey knows because Cam is talking to him. But it's 1905? So there's no way he can know, because there's no, like, you know, machine that lets him see what I'm seeing. It's almost they had no way to say like, hey, in this very specific corner, there's gonna be something really important. So they need to like slap you in the face and go, hey, look over here. When for the most part, like I was stuck for I think nearly an hour because there was more to Alex's room that I didn't see. So how come now they have someone press you about? That's what I mean by like they're making odd decisions in this game. This is more of a big slap in the face than they're making Alex react because, you know, there's all of these dramatic moments or like reveals happening and of course oh my god, says Alex. You know, it's a weird thing where I feel like in one hand the game is getting better and better in terms of like all these mysteries and like all of these things happening and they're intertwining and it all somehow resulted into the sinking of the Thalassa. But then at the same time, it's getting worse and worse in terms of the weird decision the devs made for whatever.
We'd never have weathered the storm without the captain's focus and calm. See, Hans was able to do his job despite what he's going through.
Okay. Did we ever doubt that though?
Can't believe we doubt him. Oh, we didn't? Sure. I told you, didn't I? You're losing it.
What?
A bit convenient Bailey came to your rescue.
What?
He's probably still trying to fix the radio. Never was very good with electronics.
Oh, is that in my head?
Fine. Let's do it together then. Beats being alone, right?
What?
We'd best keep searching here, if we're gonna figure this out.
What? What? Okay. Am I missing something? According to Hans' journal, they got out of the storm. How did they get out? Who stepped up? Last entry in the helmsman's journal rage, we never have weathered that storm without the captain's focus and calm. Evidence of escape. They identified an issue with the boiler and Kmart came up with a temporary fix. Kmart, and then... Oh, Thomas. Right? Oh, so, okay, so none of that. Evidence of escape. I guess? I don't know. Nice. Came out a quick fix and Hans steered them through the storm. Yeah, I never thought that Hans wasn't doing his job. And even when, like, I guess I talked about the heroin with Bailey, he basically said, it's none of our business. So, like, yeah, he was a little uppity because he was upset about Alex, but I never really thought he was that bad with Captain. Kadri just talked about Hans was acting different because after the pills he... They found the issue and Kmart came up with a last-minute fix to get the engines going. Hans steered them through the storm. They got out. Who found the issue and what had been the problem?
A fix in the boiler? So the problems were not in the engine room?
I knew Thomas was incompetent.
Whoa, shut the fuck up!
Details of the boiler. There's full plans on display in the hub room.
Why head all the way down there? I thought you had all the plans.
I only know what we remember.
You know he's just in your head. Perhaps you'll listen to me more.
I'm gonna scream. I gotta... Oh my god, she's so annoying. I guess it's supposed to be like, haha, because I'm in your head too. It's just, she's so fucking obnoxious. I gotta go. I guess, well, I guess it is a psychic connection. It's so out of nowhere. Again, I guess it'll be explained later, but it's just so... I don't... Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. I'm tired. I wanted to stream a bit. I wanted to play some. I'm still really into it, but as I said, as it gets better and better and you learn more and more about like what was going on with all the crew members, it's getting worse and worse in terms of like Alex sucks. They're trying to build her up more, but I don't think they're doing a particularly good job of it. Thank you. I will rest up. I've been resting. Clearly, right? Because like I'm here right now. But it's... I don't know how I feel. I guess they're trying to make it like a mysterious, it's all in Cam's head. But was Bailey just never actually talking to me and it was in my head and that was the reveal? Because it felt like it didn't do a good I'm sick, so I could have just like not connected it, but it... I know he had problems with the radio. I thought he had fixed it, to be honest. I don't know. I think this game definitely has its faults. I think it's actually doing a bad job of making me give a shit about Alex. There's this whole like demonization of Isabel, which I don't think I understand why. As I said, like, yes, her stocks were going down. She was spending money she didn't have, and like she did have all this shit in her apartment that she could have sold off to keep everything going. So it could be that like she had to cheap out on stuff. But as I said, like when Thomas brings up to her his issues with the fact that they got another engineer, Isabel did legitimately seem like she felt bad about it and like she knew what a mistake she was making, the fact that Thomas had an issue on his hands. So this whole like, I guess this is what happens when you value money and things over people, just feels like rich lady bad as opposed to like any... like it's critique on Isabel's character, but I feel like in terms of knowing Isabel's character with whatever evidence, we don't have it, and it's just Alex talking shit because Jesse had talked shit too, and it's like, oh, she's got Eric in her pocket. I think Jesse and Alex were in cahoots trying to bring a pioneering woman down. I don't know. It gets worse. It gets better, but it gets worse. I could definitely be missing things, but it's just... it is what it is, I suppose. But they're not doing a good job with Alex. I don't know. Maybe everyone's been dead the whole time. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow, right? I'll be back tomorrow. I think I should be able to like stream, not the whole day, but like at the very least, I feel like we're getting closer to the end. So we should be able to wrap this up tomorrow, unless I get stuck for like an ungodly amount of time again. But I think we should be good. We have all the tools we need to get around. We've got Psychic Alex and Psychic Bailey on our side. But that's gonna be it for me. Good to be back. As I said, I do feel like I'm like 90% better, feeling a little down. I can't like breathe. My nose isn't stuffy, but like it does feel a bit hard to... I could breathe through it, but it's a bit uncomfortable. So like I've been trying to breathe a bit through my mouth, but then it's like that's so annoying to look at someone mouth breathing. So I've been trying not to do it too much, but I feel like I'm just gonna get more and more irritated with the game. But I had a good time. I had a good time. It might not sound like it. I still do have my issues. I'm thinking up the score I'm going to give this game as I play and speak. But I think there is a lot of good to it, even though some of the decisions that the devs seem to have made are quite questionable. But as always, thanks to you guys for hanging out. This game's really good. I'm definitely glad I got it. I definitely am clearly hooked by the tales that are being weaved. But there's some bullshit for sure. But either way, I definitely should be back tomorrow. We'll finish up the game, and then who knows? But that is going to be it for me. I hope everyone has a really good rest of their night, and until next time, see ya.